24 hours a day was given to every man here on earth. 24 hours starts from 12 a.m. to 12 noon. But this time is not enough to some people. This 24 hours is not enough for some people. Some are wasting the time while some are using the time. Some people are even using other people's time for themselves in a day. You know, every individual have 24 hours a day. But some are using 96 hours a day. For example, one person has 24 hours. But if you employ someone else to work for you, you are now using 48 hours a day. If you employ another person, if you employ like 4 people to work for you, you are using 96 hours a day for yourself. You see? That means you're using four people, four people's hours for yourself. And these 24 hours does not wait for anybody. Time is already going. It's counting. It continues. It does not wait for anybody. For example now, today is 21st April 2024. And this 21st April 2024 will never come back to this world again. It has passed. The time is 12:30 already. This 12:30 being the 21st of April 2024 will never come back to this life again. So we fix ourselves into the time. Because the time carries us. We put ourselves into the time and the time continues. It does not stop even though you're not doing anything. If you are doing something, it still continues. But you are the one to decide if you're going to waste the time or you're going to use it. In Ephesians chapter 5 from verse 16, it says, "Redeem the time, because the days are evil." Some people don't just do anything with their time. Some just watch film for like 3 hours. The 24 hours a day that was given to every man is not still enough for some people. You know, the time is short. Some say they don't have time for this, they don't have time for that. You know, actually, people have time for something that is important to them, for something they value. For example, now, in a day, you can plan what you want to do. Those things you have planned to do might be very important to you. But if you have some other things that is more important to that thing, if you have some other thing that is more important than that thing, you will reschedule your time. You will not have time for that. Instead, you will have time for something that is more important to you than something else. For example now, if you plan what you're going to do for today, anything else somebody is going to tell you, you will not give your attention to that person or to that thing until you do this thing that is important to you. For example now, you can decide that you have lecture today. You have lecture because that lecture is important to you. You will not have time for another thing. But if somebody said you should come and collect such amounts from him in some places in that same time, you will not have time for that thing you have time for at that particular moment. Instead, you will reschedule your time. You change your time schedule. You will have time for that other thing. You will shift. You will make an adjustment. People make an adjustment for something that is important to them, even though they don't have time. So when people say they don't have time for this, they don't have time for that, It's because what they have time for is more important to them than what they don't have time for. That is just it. So make use of your time. Don't waste your time, because the time is short. The time waits for nobody. It keeps counting. It continues. It does not stop, because it has been programmed already from the foundation of the world. So make use of the time that you have.